Hey everybody, I came out here, I'm meeting Kara here in a few minutes to walk, maybe Lindsay if she got done mowing, but I came out here a little bit early so I could get my mile in. Really hope it doesn't start raining because there is a chance of rain and I would like to get home and walk Atlas before it rains. But if it does, then it does, and he'll just have to walk in the rain like it or not. So anyway, I got my mile in. I didn't stop my watch right at a mile. I didn't realize it had been a mile. So it was just over a mile. I think it was around an 11-minute mile pace. So I was just going really slow and enjoying my music because I couldn't get my podcast to play. So anyway, Kara should be here probably in about 5 minutes. So I guess I'm going to go put my headphones up and wait for her. It's just Jennifer walking Kara Sunday. Stacy's still recovering from baby. Yeah. Lindsay was finishing yard work that needed to be done before rain, which is sprinkling now. Maybe it'll hold off till I can get Atlas out anyway. But at least we're almost done. We've just got about, I don't know, what, half a lap to go. Yeah. But we've been walking an hour. Let's see how far we've gone. Oh wait, Lindsay sent me a picture. Right at 3 miles. Oh, cool. So, yay us. But anyway, I guess we'll probably walk next Sunday. Yeah. I don't think I have anything going on next week.
We put a moratorium on July because June was so stinking busy.
Next Sunday is the day before the 4th, but still.
Yeah, we don't have any plans.
No, we don't have any plans, so.
We're boring.
Exactly.
We're doing it out on the 4th.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah. But we have to start planning January trips now, so that's what we've been talking about. Yay! It's Monday morning, and I'm getting the look. He's all happy until I get up to put my work clothes on, and then I start getting the look. I helped this little fella off the road when I first got home from lunch, and he barely made any progress until now. He's really came quite a long way. I felt okay picking him up though, because he is just a little box turtle. I did wash my hands, but he's a cootie. Evening walk with the Bups while he sniffs dead bugs, because that's what he does. I was trying to hurry and get everything done tonight, change clothes real quick and get out and run because Lindsay was bringing us supper home. And so I forgot to wear I knew I felt like I was missing something, but it didn't hit me what it was. I forgot to wear my GoPro that I've been wearing when I run, but that's okay. I haven't always been putting clips in the video anyway, because it just makes it a little longer if there's nothing really interesting going on. So anyway, yeah, I finished my run. I will say I was pretty proud of myself today because it's still hot, but it's a little bit on the cloudy side, so it didn't feel as bad. And so I think I benefited in that I got 2.7 miles in my 30 minutes today. So that was quite a bit farther than either of my 30-minute runs last week. So still not great or anywhere near where I used to be, but pretty proud of it, especially for as warm as it is. So anyway, I'm just gonna finish up walking this silly boy and get back and get him some treats and eat my supper because it's probably pretty cold by now. Everybody out here walking with Atlas. Just finished my mile before I brought him out. I should have I don't know, he probably would have been okay because it's hot, but it's not terribly hot. So, and it's a little bit I don't want to say overcast, but cloudy anyway. So he probably would have been okay. I just don't want to risk overheating him because he probably won't stop when he should. So, yeah. So I'm just walking him. I did kind of have an epiphany. I've never claimed to be one that loved to run. I've always said that I wished I was one that loved to run. But I did it because I like how I feel when I'm done. I like that sense of accomplishment. I'm not fast. I've never been fast. I'm slower now than I used to be, post-stroke. I'm older, heavier, so I'm not even as fast as I used to be. But I think I kind of had an epiphany before I came out today, whereas I still wouldn't necessarily claim to love to run. At the same time, I think I probably do like it more than I really think I do sometimes, because it is kind of one of those things that it just makes me feel better, and not even necessarily while I'm doing it, but at the same time, even while I'm doing it, because it's something that I can push myself, and I know that even though it's hard, that I can push myself and I can still do it. And that's one of the reasons why I signed up for the marathon. I had several reasons, but that was one of the reasons, was like, the older I get, the more little eyes I have looking up to me. I've got my godson, and now I have a niece, along with my cousins and other people, but there are more and more little eyes looking up to me. And I want to show them that even if it's hard, you can do it. And even though it's hard, it's worth doing. And sometimes that is just proving to yourself that you can. Or sometimes, not that you shouldn't look to other people for, approval, but sometimes it's like proving to them that you can. I know it's like you shouldn't do things because of other people, but sometimes it's fun when they don't think you can do it and you do it anyway. So, like I said, that's one of my biggest reasons for wanting to do this full marathon, is just to show those little eyes that are looking at me that even though it's hard, you can do it. Welcome to my Apple Watch is not fair to me when it dishes out monthly challenges, because it always gives me horribly disproportionately hard ones compared to at least Lindsay. I don't know what hers is this month, but this month it had me going like 209.5 miles or something like that, 209.2, something crazy like that. And so even with a Saturday 16-mile run and a Saturday 17-mile run, I still am about, I want to say like 7 miles. What I've done has still put me like needing about 6 or 7 miles tomorrow, which is definitely doable, but tomorrow is not a run day. So my run days, I do tend to get more miles, obviously, than my non-run days, because it's not just exercise miles, it's like total miles in a day. So I thought if I came back, I did run today, and I walked Atlas, and I went back in and ate my dinner. So I thought if I came back out here and walked another mile or so, that will put me needing less tomorrow, so it makes it more doable tomorrow. So I'll have to run my Runner's World Run Streak mile tomorrow and do my upper body workout like I've been trying to do on Thursdays. And then maybe I can come back out and walk just a little bit more. And so hopefully this will put it in more of a doable range, because I'd like to, especially as close as I am to it, I would like to try to get to it, but it would be nice if my Apple Watch would give me a fair goal. I did, however, get like 2.6 something on my run today. Wasn't quite as fast as Monday's, but my booty's sore from part of my lower body workout that I did last night. So, trade-off. Hey everybody, just finished my 1 mile. It was right at 11 minutes. 11 minutes and 2 seconds or something like that. My booty is still sore. So I think it's more sore today than it was yesterday. And it's hotter today than it was yesterday. So I kind of tried to stick to the shade. I know I've said it before, there is not a whole lot of shade where I usually run. So sometimes that's tricky, but Yeah, I think it was like 91 degrees when I got out of my car. So anyway, just finishing it up. Then I've got to go get Puppy out and walk him. And then I have to do upper body, arms tonight. So at least my booty gets a rest. I incredibly finished my June challenge. 203, just 203 miles, but I think before it said 200, it was like 202.9. So maybe it rounded up for the announcement that I got. I had a third of a mile left after my walk, but my supper wasn't here yet, so I just decided I'd come out and walk to finish it. I just want to say that I think I've been in Walmart 2 or 3 times since the pandemic started. And I went in there today to look for something real quick. And I found cookie dough bites. And I didn't used to like these things. When I first tried them, I didn't like them at all. But I got addicted to them. And I honestly don't think that I've had them since the pandemic started, because I would just randomly grab them when I'd be in the store. And since I haven't been in the store in like 2.5 years, I haven't randomly grabbed them. But I did today. They're still like highly addictive, because I'm not even kidding you. Like, I hated them the first few times I tried them, but yeah, still just as good. This is either a candy addict dream or a distance runner's carb stash. In my case, it's a distance runner's carb stash. I don't like a lot of the goos and things like that for my carbs, so I just go with candy, and also have some Oreos and some Cheez-Its upstairs that I usually end up taking some of them too, but mostly it's candy. Except, like, these are candy, but they do have electrolytes and caffeine in them as well. But I usually only use a bag of them before I start running. I'll sometimes use them in the middle of my run. I do have one in my running belt, but most of the time I just use them before I run. Okay, I just want to say that is quite possibly the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I finished that faster than the 17 miles that I did, 2 weeks ago? Because the 17 was a little over 4 hours, I think. My ankles are pretty sore now. I cannot wait to take these tennis shoes off. I'm just gonna walk a few more minutes as my cool down. But yeah, I survived. That's a good thing. My shoulder is stiff too. I don't know why, because I don't clench my shoulders, but a lot of times when I do these long runs, my shoulder gets a knot in it. But yeah, so 18 miles in the book. I don't think I'm going to do another long run I think I'm going to do 2 shorter long runs and then another long run. I think now that they're up in the high teens, I'm going to put 2 weeks between my long runs. So give myself a little bit more time to recover.